What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
Run it up for so. JBRISKO, not know when we so. Run that shit, we at all the show. Say that shit for your camera.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. Now look, what up y'all? We are back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to, I believe her name is May. If you guys do not know, she is a viral sensation, okay? So she makes meals and then she like smothers them in sour cream and she just go crazy. I believe she just started out making a whole lot of wacky stuff at first and it took off, and then she became what I call her Miss Sour Cream, okay? Because every single dish that she creates, she drowns it in sour cream. And I'm not talking about nothing that's even close to looking appetizing. Okay, just the most randomest food items you can think of. She makes them and she throws hella sour cream on them. She eat them and the people love it. All right. But I believe it was last year. Something happened. She got locked up. Her mugshot went viral. Everybody's like, where's May? Where's Miss Sour Cream? And she got out. And when she got out, she said, I was locked up, but I'm out, but I can't talk about it. Time went on. She continued to do her food thing, her sour cream thing, make her content, and then boom, just last week, she finally uploaded the story time on what happened, what landed her in jail. I think it had something to do with some drugs and a cruise. I don't know. I heard so many different things. I have no idea what landed her in jail, but we are actually going to find out right now. So I ain't gonna hold you no longer. I never do. If you mess with me like I mess with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
It ain't gonna be long and drawn out. I've been waiting to get this to y'all. So December I went to jail, and y'all know that because y'all made it viral by sharing my mugshot. Thank you. But here's the real truth. Now that the case is closed, come to the front, you. Because I'm talking to you. All right. No, not all y'all. I'm not talking. Let's start off right. Boom. I went to the cruise. That was in December. I went with my ex. We were already exes. For those that did not know, we're already exes. From that time, we went to the cruise. The cruise was immaculate. That cruise was lit. That was Royal Caribbean we went to. It was lit. We had a good time on there. But you know, when people fall out of love and they try to stay together, that's when the toxic relationships start. Okay, so boom. So vodka and rum. We had just got back from the Bahamas, and the Bahamas showed us that vodka and rum. If you haven't tried it, run and go get it. But do it inside the house, and please don't be beefing with nobody, because the simple fact, it bring those demons out. We at the Airbnb, I go live. Boom. He smacked me. I'll let that one go.
Well, should we be trying it? If the vodka and the rum bring the demons out, should we be trying it? Now, I believe she just said they was at the Airbnb and she went live and old girl smacked her. So I guess the cruise is over. So I guess going on the cruise had nothing to do with her going to jail, because I thought she was trying to get something on or bring something back on the ship or something like that. Like I said, it was so many stories out there, so many rumors. Didn't nobody know what was right, what was true, who was making up what, who knew. People were saying they know her personally and this is what happened. She said she can't talk, but she wants somebody to talk for her. It was all type of crazy stuff going. So first red flag, you went on a cruise with your ex. Do not go on a cruise. I'm telling y'all, do not go on a cruise with somebody you do not like, okay? I don't care that y'all already spent the money on. I don't care that y'all can't get no refund. Do not go on that cruise with somebody that you do not like. It will not end well. It never does.
Oh crap, I end up getting off live. I'm telling like, all right, y'all, this ain't working. She getting frustrated. I'm about to get off. So boom, I get off the line. I go outside because I'm frustrated at this point because she slapped me once. Oh, excuse me. We already on vacation. I'm trying to get back on live to make a little bit of money. Couldn't even do that. Boom, I go outside, get on the phone. I'm talking. Boom, to my girl at the time, boom, I'm talking, oh, all right, yeah, all right. Calming down, trying to calm.
So how that work? You on vacation with your ex and you on the phone with your girl. So I'm sure your girl know that you on this vacation with your ex. And I'm sure your ex know that you on the phone with your girl. But I'm sorry, if you done moved on, you moved on and you with somebody new, you should have been taking your girl on the cruise and knocking your ex off the booking. And if you didn't pay for it and it's not your booking, it's your ex booking, she could put somebody else in your place. How y'all do that? Lesbians, boy, we do some crazy things.
She comes out. She comes out of the hall. But remind you, after this slap on live, which the live, you fool what I'm saying? Which the live know, who knows? They know. I got off. Yeah, I am on the phone. So she runs out, snatched my phone and socked me like on this side, like boom. So I'm like, okay. Glasses broke instantly. Boom.
What?
You
can't break my glasses.
I saw the little thing fly off. So I said, oh yeah, she broke me. She broke my glasses. Okay, boom. So while I'm picking, remind you, my glasses, boom, on the floor. The handle flew off, cuz. So I'm like, boom, cuz, all right. My handle flew off. So I'm picking up my glasses. Not thinking, because at some point, it's like me, I don't know about y'all, like I can take a couple of hits and not be like mad, because it's like, girl, you feel me? It ain't hurting me. It's really like a respect thing. It's the principality. So boom, I'm picking up the glasses. She kicks me in my chin. Boom, with her feet, cuz. Boom. So yeah, she kicked me with her feet. I snatched her leg. She did. Story's on.
What? That's crazy.
She kicked me. So yeah, I dragged her. I pulled her foot. She slipped right on the ground because the grass was wet already. So, boom. After the kick, I put her around. Boom. She's like, the grass is wet. I try to walk away. That didn't work. That didn't stop her. That didn't slow her down. She spit on me, and then she ran back to the Airbnb door. Now, I would rather for a bitch hit me than spit on me. I feel more disrespected being spit on. You get it? So she locked the door, the Airbnb door. I knock on the door like, hey, let me get my stuff. Like, you know what? I'm frustrated.
You can't spit on me.
Suitcase. Everything is in the room. So boom. So from that part, I'm in the room and I'm like, I'm gonna just get my stuff. Like, girl, you did way too much. You doing too much. The bitch picked up a chair I have never in my life. A metal chair, nigga, a metal stool, nigga. Thank God I am still here consciously. And like grabbed it and bow, with all her force whacked me in the back of my head. When I tell you I saw duck, birds, and flies spinning around me, I was spinning around. So at this point, I'm like, what? You gonna hit me in my head? Are you crazy? Oh, boom. At this point, I don't know. After getting hit in the head, I really don't know what happened. Next thing you know, after coming out that little daze, the owner had his gun. He was like, you two get out. I was already trying to leave. The owner like, you get out.
What, he was watching the cameras?
So at this point, you feel me? I'm over it. Nigga, you yelling at me. Did you see what's happening there? But I am bigger. I'm bigger than others. I got dreadlocks and I'm tatted up. So I do look like the aggressor in every situation. I don't have to let everybody in to know that I'm nice and I like to play a lot. Bitch. You gotta earn that spot. Cause it's lit. So after that happened, the guy got involved. Boom. That was that. He had the gun. I was talking him too. He could have really shot me. Shout out to him. There was an Indian family. Shout out to him for not shooting me that night, because he could have shot me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to explain to him, bitch, I'm trying to get my shit. You pulling the gun on me. She just bop me in the motherfucking head. And I am a cusser. That's why I don't want to talk or tell the story. So boom. So after that, I had my backpack on me. And then my suitcase in the house. My backpack. They went through my backpack. And I've been waiting to tell the story. Hold on, let me get the rocks. So boom, they get my bag. I like, oh, what's your name? I ain't telling them. I was not talking to the police. I didn't want to talk. I was already frustrated and I was already cussing. She kicked me. So yeah, I pulled her foot. She slipped right on the ground.
So at the Airbnb, I'm going to assume that maybe the owners of the Airbnb was watching the tape or got a complaint. Like she said, she don't remember what happened. She didn't even tell us how much time has passed. So this could be an hour later, 30 minutes later, 5 minutes later, 8 minutes later. We don't know. But the owner of the Airbnb comes in and he like, y'all get out. And May is trying to explain that I'm not the aggressor here. I didn't do anything. If anything, you should be pointing your gun towards her because she whacking me in the back of my head, slapping me, punching me, broke my glasses. She the one doing the most, right? And like she said, she's big. She has tattoos. When she explaining something or she mad or she routed up, she's cursing. So she looks like she is the aggressor in just about every situation. And I hate that because sometimes I look like I'm always the aggressor. And that is not the case 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? If I get into it with somebody, people automatically think because I look the way I look, I'm tall, I'm big, I'm trying to push my weight around, I'm trying to use my weight to intimidate somebody or something. I've never been that. I've never been that person. I've never bullied a person. I've never tried to act like, oh yeah, you know, I'm 6'2" and you 5'4", what's up? No, if anything, I'm like, you're too little for me to even be engaging in a conversation this way, or for me to even be arguing with you about anything. You're too little for that, because I know once you piss me off, I'm going to want to fight. But because of me sizing you up, because of your size, because of your height, because of your stature, because of your weight, I don't even want to do it. I'm not going to do it. You too little for me to be fighting. You too little for me to be arguing with. So please move along. And it's almost like no matter who you tell the story to, everybody's always going to make it seem like the big one started it, the big one trying to intimidate somebody, the big, you know, whatever. So I definitely understand where she come from with that. And I'm glad that the Airbnb owners didn't pull no triggers, didn't act, you know, too crazy, but the police did come. And she said that, I guess this is the part with the drugs. Because like I said, I knew something of a cruise ship and drugs. And now that she's telling the story, I do remember a little bit of DV being mentioned. So let's go ahead and get into what happened and how she actually got locked up.
I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. So I did. I didn't say nothing. So yeah, they did. So remind you, wait, cause I gotta show y'all the correct demonstration. So nobody will be looking like a fool. Cause boom. So they get my bag, right? We just left the Bahamas. Remind you, let's start here. I like rock. Rocks as in rocks on the ground, a piece of the earth. Like the little pebbles, rocks. You know what I'm saying? Simple rocks that be on the ground. You can find them anywhere in your town, the park, the beach, anywhere. These rocks I found at the beach. Okay, these are some of my rocks that I found from the Bahamas. I'm so excited. Okay, boom. This was one of the rocks that was in the bag, aka the cocaine. The case is closed, but Florida, now that I can talk. Oh, okay, boom. But let me show you how it was. Hold on. So remind you when you coming back from like the Bahamas, like you come back and forth, but it's a certain way you gotta pack your stuff. So the lady in the Bahamas that was on the cruise, she was helping me pack up my rocks and my sand, because I got some sand too, which the sand even looked worse. But my sand I haven't got back from Florida. Are y'all gonna give me my sand? Are y'all gonna give me my sand back?
No.
Now that the coast is closed? Now that the case is closed, are you planning on giving me my sand back? But the rocks that was in my evidence bag, because they were so embarrassed. They had to give me something back. So remind you, I had them in a Ziploc bag because you gotta, I don't know why you gotta, you know, declare what you bringing back from a different place. I don't know. So the lady on the cruise, she said, just wrap it up. It was some plastic. We did wrap it up. Remind you, my sand is also was in the bag. It's probably looked like that with just the pebbles. It was a bag and it was like that. But it didn't have this blue stuff. It was just a bag and my rocks. So I can carry them on the airport, because that's what they told me, that they had to be wrapped up. And I didn't want them to get lost. So what I got back from my evidence. So I know they was embarrassed that my case closed out. They mailed me the things from my evidence, but they didn't give me back my sand. I collected that from the beach. So hopefully that's in evidence somewhere lost that y'all can get back to me, Florida. But I do have an open case with Florida, so I can't speak too much on their police department, but you wronged me. You wronged me. This is the cocaine, right? The sand and the rocks is what I have the right to remain silent. You wronged me.
So you had rocks and sand in a plastic bag, went through, got on your cruise ship, got off your cruise ship, went to your Airbnb. I'm going to assume the plane home was the next day. You get into this situation with your ex, whom you shouldn't have even been on a damn cruise with anyway. But okay, you get into the situation with your ex at the Airbnb. The Airbnb host come, stick y'all up. Hey, get out. At some point, the police come and they just checking yourself just to find something on you. They want to pin this whole situation on you because you look like the aggressor. And they locked you up over rock. They thought that your rocks was drugs. They couldn't see that. You mean tell me you had a whole case for rock, for legitimate rock? Florida. Come on, man.
This is the cocaine, right? The sand and the rocks was what the cocaine charged. They never tested.
They never opened
and
it.
I can't speak on it because it is an open case far as my time now. Defamation of my, what is it called? Defamation of my name. Defamation.
That's crazy.
Of my name. And then you rough me up while I was in there. Somebody gonna cash a check. And I'm gonna be the one cashing it. But that's not the important part. The important part is the case is now closed. For all those little people that was running on this. Hey, I've been holding my peace. But bitch, now it's time for me to talk. Yeah, cocaine. They did a drug test, didn't find no cocaine in my system. Cause it wasn't in there. Long time ago, back in the days, I might have had some in my system. Cause I was a party animal. But now, bitch, please. I'm not playing with my nose. You crazy? I'm over 30. I'm not a child. That was merely teenage years that had never crossed this system ever. So I was glad to take a drug test for them. And people do make mistakes. It was at nighttime. But before you put me on that little website of yours, Florida, and got over 1 million shares of my mugshot. And all you raggedy ass bitches ran to that story and was painting a picture yourself. Bitch, you was truly, truly wrong. I don't want you back on my platform as a follower. Don't like, comment, or share on my page. You left when the shit got hot, and it wasn't what all it cracked up to be. No cocaine, rocks, seashells. They should have known. It's a seashell in there. They should have known something.
That's a shame.
But since I didn't want to talk to you and I used my rights, you have the right to remain silent. You got mad. Your feelings was hurt, okay? Now, you wronged me.
That's crazy.
Your feelings was hurt.
That don't make no sense. I'm pissed for her. And I'm sure she probably not even pissed no more. Like she said, that case is closed. Now she started her own situation because she's a public figure. And now she got, well, not she, but the police department got everybody on social media saying, oh, she out there in Florida doing this. She got this. She did that, and didn't. She wanted to bring home some rocks from the beach in the Bahamas. Now, I do know that something about sand and rocks and all of these things, it has to be very particular. I believe I read somewhere you can't take no sand from overseas. Am I right or wrong about that? Let me look that up. They real particular. Technically, it is illegal to remove sand from beaches in the Bahamas. Some tourists bring home small amounts of sand without an issue. Customs and sometimes the port security can confiscate it. And you risk facing environmental fines for removing sand from protected beaches. See, yeah, like I remember when we first went on our first cruise and I was like, oh, I want to bring some sand. I don't know. Where did we go? Mexico or some shit? I don't know. But I'm like, I want to bring some sand home. I want to put it in a container. I wanted this. I wanted that. But I was watching YouTube videos, doing my research and all of that. And it's like, it's not allowed. It's not allowed everywhere. Some places you can get away with it. Some places you can slide by. You won't know, but it's not really allowed. Usually, maybe the port security, They may not detect it. They may not catch it if you have a really small little bit of it. And if you like driving home or something, you might be able to get away with it. I don't encourage it, but that's one of those things that you don't think is a bad thing to do. That's one of those things, like if you were to get in trouble for it or get a fine for it, it's like, damn, can I get a warning? Because in my opinion, it don't seem like a common sense thing. Like, why can't I bring some freaking sand or some rocks or a seashell? It's just illegal. The law is the law. So that's one of those things I give somebody a pat on the back for if they got in trouble or got fined for trying to bring sand or trying to bring rocks or seashells or anything like that, because it kind of just seems like a nice, fun little keepsake. Something in remembrance of your cruise or your vacation. But it's illegal and you can't do it. And May obviously didn't know you couldn't do it. And then she got people on the cruise that do it, and they probably know they ain't supposed to do it. That's how they know to wrap it up tight and put it here and smuggle it there and all of that, because they know how to cheat the system. Instead of telling her, hey, these are your risks. You're not supposed to take this stuff, but let me show you how I get away with it. That don't mean you're going to get away with it, but that's how I would get away with it. Now, for the cops mistaking it for drugs, they are totally wrong. They're all the way wrong. They off. Florida is off. There's absolutely no way you look at a bag of rock and you automatically say this is drugs. You obviously know what the drug look like that you're claiming it to be. Does it really look like that drug? Or are you just upset that she's using her right to remain silent? She don't have to talk to you. She can wait till a lawyer is present. You frustrated, you mad, you routed up because this woman does not want to talk to you when you want her to talk to you. So now you're going to say, oh, what's this? We're going to take you for some drugs. And probably knew who she was and probably couldn't wait for her mugshot to be on Facebook so that can also go viral. But now you done opened up another case. This is the last part. Let's get to it.
Hey, now just, hey. I don't want you to come back and follow me, but I can tell you, everybody that spoke bad about my name, I'm working on a case. And if you don't take your little video down, you'll be added into the case. Defamation of my name, my character. You better come correct or don't come at all, baby. I've been holding on to that so long. Hey, me and Jasmine don't have beef. We just was going through a little toxic because it was time for us to separate. And somebody already told us to separate and we didn't listen. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody speaks to you and you don't listen, those are the things that happen to you. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that wasn't our only toxic time. We went to jail in Mexico. The time in Mexico and in Arizona, I didn't hit her back. I just let her attack. You get what I'm saying? And then in Florida, it didn't matter if I wasn't it didn't matter if I was the aggressor or she was the aggressor. Both parties went to jail. You get what I'm saying? So it's no hate towards her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave her alone. But that's my side of the story. She can give y'all her side of the story. They closed the case rapidly. Closed the case. Your feelings was hurt.
That's crazy. That is totally insane. Y'all already know. Y'all know what I'm about to say. I'm going to make it quick because I done said it time and time again. Don't be letting these people put their hands on you and you take them back. Do not. That is not love. That is not a form of love. That is not how somebody shows love. Just stop, okay? And people, let me tell y'all this is a prime example. People be thinking that the aggressor or the abusive one in a relationship, mind you, I don't know anything about her love life. I don't even know who Jasmine is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who her ex is, what her ex look like, none of that. But I'm going to assume because the person that she's with now, and I know the person she's with now because her videos, ever since I saved this video to the react list, her video's been popping up and I've been seeing her lady. So I'm going to assume that Jasmine is a feminine woman. If she's not, correct me if I'm wrong. But people think that it's only the feminine party in the relationship that gets abused. And the aggressor or the initiator or all of that comes from the more masculine party. And that's not always true. Y'all got to stop looking at stuff one-sided. People got to stop judging a book by its cover. Because I did see, like I said, it came back to me as she mentioned it. I did see some DV stuff and people was like, I knew they were die hard. Like I knew she was abusive, from just people sharing it on Facebook. I knew. She looked like it. She got that look at her. I knew it. And I was just like, damn, I never looked at her like that. Her videos are goofy. Her videos are funny. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the behind the scenes of her videos more than the actual video. The behind the scene, funny as hell. I love to see how stuff is edited and how it all comes together. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was a couple folks out there that was like, oh, I knew she was like this. I can tell you know, whatever. They was going in. I didn't know much of her besides the fact that she loved sour cream. Okay. And so when that came out and they was like, oh, she got locked up or whatever, I was like, dang, that's messed up. And my nosy ass wanted to know what happened. So I'm glad we got the story today. Y'all drop down below y'all comments, y'all thoughts, y'all opinions on this situation. And if you like videos from me and you want to see more is to come. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Because right now, King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building.
Run it up, was up. Yeah, Briscoe, I know when was up. Run that shit, we had all the show. Say that shit for your camera.